been fascinated by this guy named Praveen, who's on Facebook, and he goes, I just recently, like the last couple of days, he'll go into India, into some of these temples, and he'll explain,
Mm.
the balance in the temple and how,
Wow.
and showing some of the things that are unusual, like the figurines on a temple being born or being created about 100 years after Christ's death, and then but yet some of the deities have on shirts that are from this time period and buttons and things that they
Mm-hmm.
didn't have. It wasn't normal, wasn't common, wasn't something. So he said he was talking about how he felt that the artists themselves were psychic and that they were picking
Mm.
up energies from the deities who were giving them information about stuff that was going to happen in the future. So I've been fascinated by this guy Praveen. I've only watched like maybe two. Like the one that I found that was amazing was there was this Keyhole Temple. They call it the Keyhole Temple. If you're above it, if you're in an airplane, you can see it. It looks like a keyhole that you could turn and go in, but it literally goes, it's like an upside down pyramid that goes this way, but it goes into, like, there's water down there, and then they have all these statues. And he was talking about why was it created like this. And some people feel it was just to keep the water where it needed to be, or but he talks about this. So when I was ringing this bowl, right, because I've been fascinated about how he talked about in India, Hinduism especially, he talked about how many gods and goddesses there are.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not limited to just the one God. And the one, and where Christianity, it's the one God, it's this is how it is, yet we are created in God's image. So when I was ringing that bowl, I saw this beautiful light, almost as if somebody was holding a torch of light above us.
Mm.
I had never seen that before. That was the first time I've ever seen that
Wow.
over this house. And it was glowing, but it was like this shape. It was not like round. It was like this shape,
Hmm.
like an what is that called? An obelisk? Oh no, 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 oval. It was like oval, like the lingam, right?
Right.
And then I heard the voice. The voice is. That's why I asked you if you heard it, because it was so clear. It was like you sitting next to me. It was just saying something about how it takes a lot of courage for, especially during this time period, to acknowledge oneself as a goddess or a god,
Mm.
and that it's important that I stand in that role, stay in that role, because people need to know that God is not just there,
Yes.
that God is in here, and that gods and goddesses, they do incarnate in the flesh. And you see that in mythology, Greek
Yes.
and Roman, where they'll come in and they'll say, well, I'm up here on Mount Olympus, but now I'm going to come down, and not because I've fallen in love with this human. So let me come into a human form and experience it. But that it's necessary for the divine creator. I swear I just heard this. It's necessary for the divine creator to experience what has been created, so that if there's any shifts and changes or things, because it's one thing to like, for example, whoever created the computers and stuff like that, let's go with IBM if we want to, and how that was experienced by humanity. But it's another thing for the god or goddess to come down and truly experience it for themselves, so that they can make the changes or create changes that are necessary to help with the flow of creation. That's what I heard.
And those
That
God
was amazing.
incarnate gods and goddesses, they are not the source. That
That's
the
it.
source is one. It's the source of all.
Yes.
But just like we are really divine beings who
Yes.
have been created and gifted with certain divine attributes, they are on another level also divine creations of that one source. So that idea of oneness is there,
Yes.
but they aren't, they understand there's levels of
That's
manifestation.
exactly right,
Mm-hmm.
Diane. You are like so right on. That's exactly right. So anyhow, we have an arena of gods and goddesses around us.
Mm.
They're just watching what's happening here. It was interesting. They did say this as you were talking about the source of all that is. This is a time for us to play.
Mm.
Like it's one thing, I've created here's what I heard. I created this beautiful garden for you guys, but sometimes I want to play in it too.
Mm.
I don't
Yes.
just want to watch you play. I want to play. And so in that concept for people to understand that a god or a goddess, which we all are a part of, we all are a part of that energy. They can incarnate even as a baby and experience this is what it is to be a baby and to be loved, or this is what it is to, it's not just being limited to a temple. Like I love that, what they're saying to me. They're just talking. It's like so many voices talking, talking, talking,
Mm,
talking at once.
I love that.
Yeah, I love it too.
Want to
Okay,
start?
so
Yeah. So anyway, hi, I'm Diane, and
yay!
I do the shopping for Akia's crystals on her website. I buy them in the Tucson Gem Show. And because we have an array of different things today to show you, and because I live near Tucson in the wintertime, um, I'm able to go down to that show at the earliest. There are vendors that start selling ahead of time. There's people that go and buy the best stuff, like right off the bat when they first open, and they take that best stuff back and charge 5 or 10 times the amount they paid for it. Well, I got in on some of that action because I lived near there and I have the time to go down early. And so some of the specimens I have today, I'm particularly proud of because I got them in that way where I was getting sort of the pick of the litter for you. So it makes me happy. I want people to realize a lot of these are collector specimens. They aren't your run of the mill. These are really unique. I've shopped that show for years and I really know what I'm looking for in that way. So just know the high quality that these are. And I don't jack the price up. I give you the reasonable markup on what I paid from the best priced vendors that I've been able to find in Tucson. And crystals are also living deities in a certain way. They are, always growing. We can't see it because it's such slow growth. They self-heal if there's something broken over time. They grow new surfaces. So they are alive. And in one of Akia's channelings last year, she said, these crystals are connected to all the crystals in the earth. And this is why now they are coming out of the earth and being sold to people and all over the world because it's creating a network of the crystals above ground that are connected to the powerful crystals inside the earth, which are giving their energies and their qualities to the earth. So having these connects you with those. First, I'm going to show you some different specimens of clear quartz. I'll have Akiya read the stuff on my little info card here. A lot of people pass over clear quartz thinking, oh yeah, clear quartz, that's just the most common thing in the world. It's actually one of the master crystals, and it's a very important crystal to own and have with your other crystals. So I'll let Akiya take over.
So Diane is holding a piece of this absolutely gorgeous piece. It's a quartz crystal. It is item number, ooh,
A for $120. This is a very special piece.
yes. Diane was pointing out that you can actually see through the crystal.
I don't know if people can see that. It's got caves running all the way through it.
Let me show you this. Look at how gorgeous this is. And
And
then
from
as I turn it around, it's as beautiful in what I consider the front as it is in the back. Look at that. And you can see, look at the beautiful formations of crystals in there. I was touched because there's a little section over here. This section right here. This is the part I have to be careful because I love how this is presented, by the way. It comes with the stand, which is nice. But right in here, I don't know if you can actually see, it looks like a gathering of, I call it a choir of crystals.
mm,
And they're all united. Look at how beautiful that is. This is going to go to a special home. I want to tell you, it doesn't matter how big or how small a crystal is. Some people say bigger is better, and maybe it is, but there's a tiny little friend in here. I want to show it to you, and it's right in here. If you can see that tiny little friend. And there's several of them. They almost act as gatekeepers to the crystal realms and the crystal dimensions. I truly believe that this can help you to access.
look at it this way. It looks like a creature, no,
Yeah,
the way you had it,
yeah.
like there's almost a mouth here with teeth in it too. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
That's real. I never noticed that before.
And the fun part of acquiring crystals like this is like one look doesn't do you. It just taking the time to look upon it, and it is a form of meditation. And when you're attuning to the crystal, just holding the crystal, you are going to receive an amplification of healing energy on all levels, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and energetically. So this is a wonderful piece. I am surprised. She had a few pieces similar to this. Of course, each piece is very unique, but I'm surprised this one is still not purchased, but it has to go to the right home. That's how we feel. We feel like it's going to go to the right home. This is A, and it's for 120. 120. I feel that if you have this in your environment, you're going to receive a symphony of energy. I think it's wonderful. It's fabulous.
It's a beautiful piece.
That's a gorgeous piece, Diane. She's got some amazing pieces here
Okay.
today.
So here's one
Oh,
of the balls.
you know how I am about
And-
crystal balls.
And these balls will come with their own stand, so you'll have a little stand to put it on.
Little cute little stand
included
like
in
this.
the price. Here, I can hold the stand.
And look at this, look at this beauty. Look at this wonderful crystal ball. This is A, and it's for $60. Look how beautiful this piece is. And if you look, when you see these different formations, it looks like levels on the inside, that creates a Divic temple. So this helps you to connect to, I would say, source. Isn't it gorgeous? And this does create a bubble of light all around you. So even just holding it like this, not only does it amplify my energy, but it clears it. And then it creates this beautiful bubble of light. Isn't it wonderful? I just love these. This is a beauty. I don't think it's going to stay here very long. So this is A for $60. And listen, this is a true crystal ball. This is something that it comes from the earth. They have to make so many cuts to form it into this sphere. But it's a real crystal ball. And if you've been looking for a real genuine, authentic, this is it. It's wonderful. Okay, and
Okay,
then,
so I have this little one. I was telling Akia.
oh, yes.
Usually I wouldn't have put a small one like this in with the stuff to bring here, but this one kept telling me that I had to bring it. So there must be someone out there. It's incredibly clear and it has all kinds of stuff going on inside of it. So it is, what is that?
This is B, it's $25, B25. And what's wonderful about, I look in here and you can see all types of images, butterflies and angels and divine beings. And there's even, it looks like someone from Bali, a Balinese dancer inside. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's perfect. I love it. Okay, this is B25.
Okay, now we're going to do what are called generators, and these are flat bottomed, so they sit, and they've been polished to form this generator shape, which transmits the power into your room. Also, when you see those inclusions that Akia is talking about, that's how you know it's real quartz. If you ever see like a ball, someone says, oh yeah, that's quartz, and it's absolutely perfectly clear, it's probably not real quartz. It's glass, because quartz has these fissure planes as it grows. And so that is one of your ways to know that it's real.
Now, very simple, general information. If the point goes up, the energy goes. If the point goes down, the energy goes. So when you do receive your quartz, if you choose to choose one of these generator quartz, it's good. It's fun to just hold it up. Feel that, and then also hold it down. And of course, I go in all directions because I like to feel like, ooh, that feels really good. Actually, it's relieving pain in my shoulders. But I love to just play with them. They're so wonderful. Look at how beautiful this is, and so many rainbows. And it's a discovery. I could probably sit here and say, oh, I see this, but you could hold it, and you would probably say, oh, I see this, and I see this. And there have been instances I have actually experienced where there have been instances where someone has purchased something and then they contact me later and they go, this dragon wasn't inside the crystal the first time. Now there's a dragon inside. So that's possible. Things will manifest. It's so wonderful for you to see. Look at that, beautiful. So this is a $95. Must be the divine calling. Okay.
So here's B. And I love the swirly nature of this one. It's just as if somebody, the energy is being stirred in that one. You can see how swirly it is. It's beautiful.
Okay, so like, see this swirling in here? Like, I know you'd have to get it verified by a mineralogical society or something. There's dolphins swimming in this. Look, look, look. You can see there's a dolphin.
Wow.
But sometimes this swirly stuff, I have a very beautiful piece that is my own personal. And sometimes they say it's titanium. I'm not sure because I didn't purchase this, but isn't that beautiful? Oh, there's so many wisps of light in here. This is so, to me, this is truly, truly divine. I can feel the energy. Look at how beautiful. So this one is B55. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Look at this tip right up here. Do you see that? Do you see those little, look how beautiful. Do you see it looks like little bubbles in there? This is an exquisite piece. Of course, I see these and I go, mine, mine, all mine. But this is beautiful. This is exquisite.
Yeah. This one
Yes.
one actually has a cross formation in it.
Ooh.
I'll let Akia tell you more about that.
It does have a cross formations. And a lot of times people say when you see that it connects you to Christ consciousness, which is wonderful. This is C for $45. C 45. Oh, yes, it does have the cross. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
And this really, the Holy of Holies. That's what I believe. But you will decide for yourself. And a lot of times I look at these terminations, and you can tell when they're, especially the face of the crystal is natural. It does look like these faces have been polished, but that doesn't, I think it adds to the beauty. It doesn't take away from it. And then look at this. Look at this.
Little diamond, yeah.
Look at that diamond. Okay, for you enthusiasts out there, find out what that diamond means on this crystal. It's a wonderful adventure. That's how I learned about crystal. I love to hear when there are people that are experts like Diane who share with me different properties, but sometimes I find something and I go, oh, I wonder what that means. There's a diamond in here. And then I go and I look it up and it's like, ooh, and that's how I learn. That's how I learn. But on this diamond itself too, if you look at it, there is a triangle in the diamond, a record keeper. Do you see it? There's a triangle in the diamond and it goes inward. So it goes inward. So that means that there's a lot of information that is ready to be accessed in this. This is incredible. I bet, just because I can feel it, I bet that many of the faces on this crystal had actual record keepers on it. But perhaps as they were mining it, maybe the crystal got chipped or dinged and somebody polished it. But I feel record keepers in here. Look up record keepers.
Okay.
This is C45.
C45. This particular one, it's a little bit smaller, but you may have noticed it's very common for the clear quartz pieces to be a little more smoky and dense on the bottom and then get clearer at the point. Well, this one is just incredibly clear all the way through to the bottom, and it has so many different planes and things going through it. It's just a fabulous little crystal.
And this is D for 30. I love how precise the tip is. Do you see how precise? This would be very excellent even working with psychic surgery. And when I say psychic surgery, there are things that manifest in the physical body, but there are some things work themselves into our body. So this is wonderful to kind of nip it in the bud before it actually lands in the physical and creates disease. So this would be really good for removing energy in plants and clearing obstacles. But oh, this is a power crystal right here.
Hmm.
This is I feel success with this. When I hold it, I feel like whoever gets this or receives this and truly loves it, they're going to be an amplification of success. A lot of times people think success meaning money. It could also be success of the heart, of your mind. Beautiful. All right, so this is D30.
This is another very clear one, and you could use this one as a wand.
Ooh, look at this baby. Ah,
And it has a beautiful rainbow in it too. Do you see that?
yeah, eat and for 20. It's only 20. $20. 20. You know, I hear that song, If I Was a Rich Man, la 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 la. I swear, many of these crystals, I see dolphins. Dolphins emerging from the water. If you look at it from this place, it looks like there's a wave. If you've ever been to Hawaii and you've seen those gorgeous waves that the surfers surf on, it looks like there's a wave that you could surf on here. Hang 10 right there. It's just absolutely beautiful. Again, E20, E20. And I'm not, let me do it like this. Here we go. That's better. So beautiful. Ah, this feels like it would even anchor the center of a home and create that pillar of light for protection. So beautiful. Oh, Diane's got something going on
Yeah,
here.
so before we move on, I just want to repeat on clear quartz because we've
Yeah,
got a number of specimens there.
yeah.
It is known as a powerful master healing stone. It's considered the most versatile crystal you can have for any use, and it stores and transforms energy. It's a very good piece to have if you're a healer or for anyone in your home. And these smaller ones can be really nice to put on your desk by your computer because they will help energetically with all that communication going on. The next one we have, it's the only one I have here. It's a Smoky Quartz generator, and its clarity is just stupendous. This is a grade A specimen.
I've been collecting crystals for probably 3 decades, and this one, this is exquisite. Oi, oi, oi. It's C for $65. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, and it's got a okay, this literally has a one, two, three, four, five, six. This has a channeler face. This is for channeling. Look at it.
Mm.
Look at that face. The face are the flat parts right here. Do you see it? Isn't it gorgeous? This is a channeler. Oh, when I'm just holding it like this, oh, there's energy that's just flowing down my arms, and I feel like that it's amplifying and clearing my wings of light. Look at that. That's a beauty.
Smoky quartz is also a protective stone. It helps to eliminate negative energies. And one thing I like about this one, some smokies are very, very dark and you almost can't see through them. And then some are so light that it's hard to tell they're even a smoky rather than a clear quartz. This one is like right in that middle zone where it's beautiful, definitely a smoky quartz, that gray, the beautiful gray, but it also is light enough that you can see through it. It's translucent. And those I think are the best ones. At least they're my favorites because of that.
This is a treasure. C65. If you know someone who has been experiencing depression, anxiety, grief, this is a wonderful stone of comfort. This is a wonderful stone of comfort. I have found when I have been really super stressed out, if I put on or hold a smoky quartz crystal, it just lightens the load. It's very comforting, very soothing energy. This is a gem. This is going to go quick. So if you're interested, make sure you make that decision. It's C65 to include it into your life. It's just beautiful. Thank you. It's so beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
This next one's one of a kind. It's a beautiful Shaman Quartz. It's a very light smoky quartz, and it has rutiles. And I'll read here what rutiles are about. It's clear, it's quartz with rays of golden, titanium, and dioxide. And this one also has some epidote, which are green rutiles. They're like skinny little, they look like skinny little beautiful sticks running through the inside of the crystal. And rutilated quartz is not only relatively rare, but it's generally very highly prized and very expensive. This piece is $80. I guarantee you, at an expensive shop, this would be $200 or $300 because that's how rare a specimen it is. Rutile quartz can help you cleanse and recharge your energy systems, and it aids in your connection to guides and angels. And I've heard Mamakeeya talk about that. It's sometimes called the multivitamin of crystal healing. Multivitamin of crystal healing. They're excellent for crystal grids, for chakra centers, and they're just beautiful too. So I'll let her tell you about this particular one.
When I hold this crystal, which is A for $80, only $80. Oh, this is beautiful. The song that plays when I hold this is come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. This is probably very, very excellent for meditation. It's a wonderful stone. It feels like it's blossoming in my hand, which I love that because I can feel the energy expanding like petals. Beautiful.
Okie dokie. All right. Rhodonite bowl.
Whoa. Now, I personally have never seen one of these before. This is the first time I've ever, the rhodonite bowl. It is $85. Wonderful for your sacred ceremonies. Wonderful if I'd probably put some fluid or water or something in here and allow it to sit for at least a good 24 hours. Probably drink it because it will be energized by the rhodonite. Your homework assignment is to look up the properties of rhodonite. Look at how beautiful that is. This is truly, truly a wonderful piece, especially for people's altars or your sacred spaces. Beautiful.
A lot of specimens that I see like this have like black and other things running through them. And this one was just totally pure rhodonite with no other, stuff running through it. And that's very rare actually to find a piece that large that's that pure and completely the beautiful sort of ruby color of rhodonite.
A for 85. A85. This is a treasure.
This is called Chevron Amethyst, and it's a special kind of amethyst that I don't know what makes it grow that way, but it has these white patterns running through it, as you can see. Amethyst helps to soothe the mind and emotions. It carries the properties of creativity, passion, and spiritual connection. It has a very high frequency for clearing away negative energies.
What I learned about Chevron Amethyst from Melody is that if you are someone who enjoys meditating and do like to explore the universe and all the different dimensions, this will amplify your psychic abilities. It assists in amplifying your psychic abilities. It actually makes for a clearer journey. Uh, I've gone into such deep meditation with the Chevron Amethyst. This is this particular piece. Look at how beautiful in the egg shape. This stone, it has electrifying energy. Almost feels like if you've ever been and watched a desert storm, like I did that once in Colorado, and I sat on the balcony and I watched the storm from a distance. When I close my eyes, it feels like it assists with transformation and changes, but it has this beautiful
It
electrifying
has a
energy.
little stand too. It will come with a little
Look at the
stand, so
cute
you'll
little
have a way to
stand.
let it sit up.
Let's see
When I
that.
showed this one to Kia before we started the video, she said, "Oh my goodness, I've never seen one that beautiful." And I said, "I know, people don't realize this is a true collector specimen of
Yes.
Chevron Amethyst. You don't just find that kind of markings that's on this one. So striking. You don't just see that every day, I can assure you. I shopped Tucson for 15 years, and when I spot something like this, I grab it.
Wonderful, yeah. And you can use it for massaging. It's wonderful. Get those areas. It's a wonderful, there's so many things that you can do with this. Personally, myself, like she said, this is like for me a showpiece. I'd have it somewhere where I could just see the beauty of the energy. And it's very, very jolly. There's a very joyful energy in this sphere. For new beginnings, new energy, creation.
Okay, so I have two specimens here of what's called phantom quartz, and Akia will show you. This actually, if you can see the one phantom very clearly, but there's several other layers to it that are very subtle in this piece, and it also has a cross formation. I'll let Akia show it to you. Phantoms are when, at a stage of its growth, this crystal, something like happened in the environment where it was forming that layered. This one is chlorite, and it layered that on the crystal, and then the crystal kept growing over top of it. And this happened 4 times in this crystal's development. And then eventually it grows over it. So the phantoms, which you could look like a crystal inside a crystal, is why that's called that. And this is, they're very rare, hard to find. And this is an excellent specimen of one.
I think on this side you can see a lot of the phantom. Phantoms are wonderful for accessing past lives including that which you've experienced in this lifetime. And the chlorite that's in here is excellent, excellent, especially paired with amethyst to clear negativity, negative entity, negative violations, that type of thing. This is chlorite and amethyst together. Sometimes people say, what stones can I have to create a protective barrier against negative entities and energies? Amethyst with chlorite. This particular piece, because it is a phantom and because it has, like Diane said, several layers, it can also help you to clear that which is ancestral that's necessary to clear. Perhaps something like different addictions that sometimes can help to clear some of that energy. This is a very, very wonderful stone. And Diane has another one.
And yeah, you got that, was B for 60. Now I have
Yeah,
a much
B60.
a much smaller chlorite phantom, and this one actually has 4 layers to it. You can see it on the one side.
Whoa, and this is A20, only 20. You know what? I just feel like $20 now is like $5, 20 years ago. I just do. But here, A20 has got many phantoms. Let's see if I can show it to you in a way that you can see some of those phantoms. You know what's beautiful about this particular piece? I don't know if the camera will pick it up. And that's the thing that we've heard constantly, Diane and I, is that the pictures and the videos don't do these justice. We're doing the best we can to get you to see the magnificence of them. But if you will look at this one, especially on the major face of this crystal, there's literally a pillar of light that shoots straight up. I'm wondering if it'll be able
Mm.
to catch, because that is exquisite in and of itself, a pillar of light. So this would be a crystal for ascension.
Mm.
And probably because I always think of phantoms connecting to past lives, because there's that beam of light that's above the phantom. I would say that this would also help us to prepare for our future lives. Beautiful.
Okay, now I have two specimens of fluorite, and I'm very choosy about fluorite when I buy it in Tucson, um, because you can get, there's different levels of quality, and I really look for the ones that have the definitive green and purple marking in them. There's a lot of different planes in fluorite, and there's the way this forms, it's almost like a phantom, and you can see, I'll let Akia show it to you. You can see the purple zigzags running through it.
Oh yeah, look at that. Now this is B
Put
for
some
72,
put light on.
B72. And do you see, look at how beautiful. Look at, you can see the purple zigzaggies inside. Ah, this is, oh, and it's, oh, so soothing. Like there's this part, I'll point to it so you can see it in the camera right here. It's so soothing. This crystal is just so soothing. There's just soothing energy. How wonderful.
Fluorite helps to control if you're feeling in a situation where you're being manipulated, it can help you conquer that. It helps open the third eye and enhance your psychic awareness. It's useful for grounding and harmony. It's considered an all-purpose cleansing and purifying stone, which boosts clear focus and peace, which I think the peace is what you're picking up in that one particularly.
Very soothing, very calming. Now, with fluorite, you do want to be careful. It's a very heat sensitive stone. So I'm very careful about putting fluorite out in the sun because it will turn colors. It will change. I've had people show me their fluorite and it turned brown, like a browner color. So this is something that it's just, we got to remember it's a very sensitive stone. But oh, so soothing. Look at this. If you can get a zoom in on this. By the way, Mr. V is doing such a wonderful job
Mm-hmm.
capturing all of this, but so soothing. I just feel like I'm bathed in the most comforting light with this. Ah, I love it.
And that one again was
B for
for
72.
72. That's a very large piece. This is a smaller fluorite generator, and I will let Akia show it to
Look at
you.
this. You can see it turquoise blue in there, and that is wonderful. Do you see it? Do you see that turquoisey blue that's in right here? In here? Look at how beautiful this piece is. Ah,
It has some reflective surfaces going on in that particular one too that
yes.
catch the light.
It has an inner glow to it.
Mm.
I feel that this is excellent, especially, when you are thinking about beauty and beautifying yourself. This is a stone that helps you to have that inner glow. It's just, oh, wonderful energy. And this is D for 45. D45, I can't believe it. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. So I have two of what they call Shiva Lingams. These stones are from India. There's a sacred river in India that the rolling waters of the river create these stones, and they're considered very powerful and very sacred, and the government guards them. So only once a year do they allow people to go in and take, and they're limited to how much they can take uh, of these stones because they don't want to complete them. So, and they come in all kinds of sizes. I've seen ones that are 8 feet long, and I've seen tiny little 1 inch ones. These are just a nice size for holding.
I remember when I was first introduced to the Shiva Lingams, and I remember being told how important it is to just, you'll know the one that's meant for you, and that there are actual images inside the actual Shiva Lingam that uh, you might be attracted to. This is B for $30. Whew.
And the other
This,
one is
yeah.
A for $30.
Okay, so we got B and A. Look at this. And ooh, these ones, these ones have a real high ohm vibration. Like I'm holding both of these together. Hey, listen, if you can get them together, I would, having them together both in my hand is like doing something for me. So we've got, this is really helping my Kundalini. B30, A30. I feel like they're a pair.
Shiva Lingams are considered good stones for fertility if anybody is trying to get pregnant or help someone else, get pregnant. Shiva is considered the male creative force, and so these represent that masculine, the seed of creation through the masculine, and that goes into and joins with the feminine.
I would love, 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 love to hold these with, I mean, I think these would be really wonderful with Tandra or to do Chandric things because I can imagine holding them like this and then having someone place their hands on top and then they're just being this circuit of Om. It's just huge Om vibration. Ooh, it's beautiful. Okay, we got A for 30, B for 30.
Okie doke.
Look at my hands. A lot of times when I'm holding crystals,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
those made your hands sweat.
When they make my hands sweat, I know it's a good thing for me because it's moved my energy. See that? And a very wise man told me, I said, look at how my hands sweat when I hold crystals. And he said to me, he says, that's the energy. That's the good stuff. So what you need to do is take that prana and just rub it into your body. Just rub it in because that's the good stuff. That's that true crystal energy.
So,
Ooh, those two really made me,
yeah.
ooh, okay. Ooh, okay.
The final stone we're going to have here is called Polychrome Jasper. Again, these are primo specimens. Polychrome Jasper comes from Madagascar. It radiates exuberance, vitality, and creativity. It is a grounding stone connecting one to the earth and helping stabilize energy. It is loved for its beautiful, colorful swirls, and that's all natural. It has a connection to fire elements and is considered a stone of transformation that helps define new paths in life. Its gentle energy brings calmness to your atmosphere and fosters a comforting mood.
This is B30. And one of the things Diane pointed out to me, because she's got some very, very wonderful pieces, is the blue that's in the crystal. Do you see the blue? It's really, and oftentimes, like I was looking at this one, and if you if you look at this one with me, doesn't it look like an alien with sunglasses going on a recreation trip or something? It just looks like somebody saying groovy. I love it. Do you see the alien? But you will find images in this, which is really wonderful. There's this piece that she has that, oh, this one rocks my world. It really does.
Okay, we're going to go in order here. So the next three are Polychrome Jasper. They each look quite different. And this one, I love the deep greens in it and the beautiful patterns.
I felt this is a wonderful stone for fertility. And the reason why I felt that is if you look at this image here, it looks like a silhouette of a young lady who is pregnant and she's in gestation. So this is an absolutely beautiful piece. No matter how I feel about the stone or define it, when you acquire it and if you're drawn to it, you'll know exactly why. So don't limit the experience based on what I say. I'm just sharing with you what I see. I also feel like if you look at, there's this, you see she's a silhouette of a woman who's pregnant, but there's also the cord, the cosmic cord to the source, to the divine, to the creator of all that is. Wonderful stone for infertility. This is a fertility stone. It's beautiful. And this is A for 30. A30. I don't know why every time I look at the price I go with 30. Wow. Okay, and then do we have another one?
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite one.
Okay.
Oh, this is my
Yes.
favorite.
And I was telling Akia, what's particularly unique on this one is the blues and the purples. The blue is probably the hardest color to find. The reds, the oranges, the greens are much more common, and this one had a lot of blue, and it also had incredible markings. It does have a little flat bottom, so it will stand.
This is C for 38. C 38. It's so soothing.
That one is, isn't it?
Yeah. I think this is the one that when I kept looking at it, I kept feeling like
There's a face on this side.
yeah.
I think, kind of, isn't there?
Yeah, and it all kind of reminds me of a bird sitting on a nest too.
Ooh.
So this probably would be wonderful for a home, a new home. It's just beautiful. And this is once again C38. Look at that blue. Look at that blue. Ah, it's just wonderful. This one, when I hold it, I don't want to let it go because it just feels like, hold me. Okay.
I'll tell you, in 15 years, these are some of the best specimens of Polychrome Jasper I have found, and I sincerely mean that. I just got really lucky, and I went early before they were picked over.
Polychrome Jasper, this is D38. D38. Look at how beautiful. Certainly not ordinary in any way, shape, or form. It's pretty.
And our final one is a Polychrome Jasper heart.
This is a Polychrome Jasper heart. It's A28. There was something. Oh, this is the one. This is the one. Oh, we're ending on this one?
We're ending on that one.
Okay, listen to me. I love all of them. This one is very, very, very special. I will point it to you, but it looks like it has a mermaid angel on this particular heart. A mermaid angel. So let me show her to you. There's her head's up here, body, and then there's a beautiful big tail. But then after a while, if you stare at her, you'll begin to see she has wings. And this is A28. A28. I have friends that only collect heart-shaped crystals and rocks. So this is wonderful for someone's collection of heart shapes. But what I loved about this is that it literally does have a mermaid angel in it. I see it. And then there are other things all around it too. So let me give you a good view of it. There are a lot of different things that you will see. How wonderful these gifts are. Ooh, excuse me. love it. Thank you, Diane.
You're welcome.
She does an incredible job shopping, and I'm grateful. These are all available on majesticmystic.com, majesticmystic.com.